As people grow older, most reflect on their lives with a mix of pride, regret, and wisdom. They seek connection, meaning, and perhaps even redemption. But for the narcissist, aging is not a journey of growth. It is a slow unraveling, a confrontation with a lifetime of suffering. In this episode, we are going to explore the stark reality of what happens when the facade of the narcissist crumbles and the illusion of their grandeur fades away. Welcome back to our channel. I am your host, and today we will unpack a very unusual and yet frequently asked question. What happens to a narcissist when they get old? You see, people often wonder about the ultimate fate of these toxic individuals. Will their endless manipulation and self-absorption catch up to them? How does the narcissist cope with the realities of aging? Does anyone stick around when the charm and charisma no longer serve as useful tools? If you are curious and want to find out more, make sure to stay tuned until the end, because today we will answer all of these questions and even more. So don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any future episodes. And let's dive right in. The illusion fades. The truth emerges. Contrary to the beliefs held by some, narcissists do not mature with age. They remain trapped in the same patterns established during childhood. Instead of growing wiser and deepening their relationships, they are confronted with the consequences of a lifetime dedicated to deception. First and foremost, the allure that once surrounded them, the very thing that enabled them to manipulate others into fulfilling their needs, begins to fade away. Lost allure. Narcissists heavily rely on their perceived physical attractiveness to get what they want. As they age, however, this charm becomes less effective. People are no longer as dazzled by their appearance, and the narcissist is left unrecognized and This loss hits them particularly hard. You see, it strips them of a primary tool they've always used to get supply, attention, admiration, or compliance. Now their manipulative charm is no longer enough to hold the attention of those around them. Then there's the matter of abandonment. Throughout their lives, friends and family slowly grow tired of the narcissist's endless victimhood. Failed grandiosity. Narcissists have an inflated sense of their own importance and expect success and admiration without having earned it. As they age and their unrealized dreams and ambitions pile up, they become bitter and resentful, feeling trapped in a life that hasn't turned out the way they imagined. By late adulthood, the narcissist's life often resembles a house of cards collapsing. Their once manipulative charm turns into transparent desperation. Their lies, once slick and convincing, become clumsy and obvious. The world sees through them, and worse, they begin to see through themselves. Now, this realization can be devastating. It shatters the carefully constructed image of superiority and invincibility they have maintained for so long. Faced with their own fallibility and mortality, the narcissist is left grasping at straws, desperately trying to cling to relevance and power. This is a tragic fate, isn't it? To spend a lifetime building up a false self, only to watch it crumble in the face of reality. But it gets even more intriguing. The lonely descent into narcissistic collapse. Without the tools for genuine self-reflection, the aging narcissist has no compass to navigate the challenges of growing old. Instead of seeking connection and understanding, they double down on manipulation. First, we have predatory relationships. The narcissist, cut off from social support and facing their own mortality, may become fixated on much younger partners. These relationships aren't about love or companionship, but about maintaining the illusion of desirability and control. For them, a younger partner serves as a trophy, a walking validation of their worth. Then there's the use of financial leverage. Narcissists with money may find willing companions, but these relationships remain transactional, devoid of true intimacy or affection. The older narcissist essentially buys their way into a semblance of connection. Finally, emotional bankruptcy. Unable to form meaningful connections, the narcissist grows increasingly isolated. Their days are filled with the echoes of their past grievances and resentments, a constant reminder of the love and acceptance they never fully experienced. When it comes to the elder years, it is a common sight to see nursing homes and hospitals filled with elderly narcissists who have driven everyone away. Nurses and caregivers quickly recognize their toxic patterns, endless demands, lack of gratitude, and a complete inability to empathize. Visitors are rare. Few mourn them when they pass. Only the people they could have been had they chosen kindness over cruelty. You might be wondering, why don't they change? The tragedy of narcissism is its rigidity. A 5-year-old who never learned empathy doesn't suddenly transform into a caring self. Their personality disorder isn't a phase. It's a life sentence. They never apologize, never take responsibility, and thus never heal. Each failed relationship, each abandoned friend reinforces their victim mentality. The irony is that in their quest to avoid vulnerability, they ensured their own misery. But what about the people close to them? How does the narcissist's passing affect those left behind? It is hard to imagine that anyone would mourn a narcissist, you might think. However, there's often a sense of relief rather than grief. For those who have suffered under their influence, whether a parent, partner, or friend, their death can bring liberation. The mourning is not for the person they were, but for the love they never gave. So remember, the narcissist's story is one of missed opportunities. While most people age into wisdom and grace, narcissists age into their legacy, a trail of broken relationships, and a lifetime of unfulfilled potential. Before we wrap up, we want to share with you an expanded analysis of this topic, delving deeper into the psychological aspects that shape the twilight years of a narcissist's life. So buckle up and get ready to gain even more insight into the fascinating and complex world of narcissism. Expanded analysis. The science behind narcissistic aging. While stories of individual narcissists provide insight, what does the science say about how narcissism manifests in the golden years? Research backs up what many have observed clinically. Narcissists do not improve with age. Here's what studies reveal about narcissistic aging. First, cognitive decline and reduced manipulation. As mental sharpness fades, their ability to hide their true nature may weaken. Studies suggest that as cognitive abilities decline, their manipulative tactics become less effective due to decreased abstract reasoning and problem-solving skills. Then there's increased without the constant validation they once thrived on. Many narcissists descend into bitterness and paranoia. This is supported by research showing that decreased social support in old age can intensify negative outcomes associated with narcissism. Next, the missing golden years. Healthy elders find joy in family, reflection, and simple pleasures. Narcissists, however, incapable of gratitude, only see what they've lost. Research shows that narcissists report more negative emotions in late adulthood, possibly due to rumination and the inability to accept limitations. Finally, a warning to the young. For those entangled with a narcissist, hope for change in old age is futile. The best defense is distance. And for those fearing they might display narcissistic traits, because in the end, aging spares no one but only those who choose growth, can face it with dignity. What do you think of these insights? Do they align with your experiences or observations? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. We would love to hear your perspective. Also, if you found this content helpful, please show your support. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue creating more valuable content on narcissism. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time.